St. Lawrence County Industrial Development. Call to order the St. Lawrence County Industrial Development Agency. Roll call.
Mr. Staples.
Here.
Mr. LaBath.
Here.
Mr. Blevins. Mr. Hall.
Here.
Mr. McMahon. Mr. Morrill.
Here.
Mr. Reagan.
Do we have a quorum?
We have a quorum.
Public notice issued December 12th, 2022. Public comment. Any public comment? There being no public comment, do I hear a motion to approve the minutes of the December 29th, 2022 meeting? Moved by Mr. LaBath.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? There being no discussion, I call a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? There being no opposed, approval of the minutes have been approved. Financial report.
There is not one.
There is no financial report. Committee reports.
There are none.
Staff reports. Patrick Kelly.
Just as a reminder, there are a set of ARPA approvals that we are going to discuss and recommend. You will need an executive session. The St. Lawrence University bond through the Civic Development Corporation did close earlier this week. The lights in this parking lot, when you were here last, were being replaced. They have been replaced with the new high efficiency LED, and the soffit lights as well.
Correct.
So and it's very nice, very bright and more efficient. So we're very happy with that.
And should probably point out that the light heads themselves were provided to us at no charge from National Grid.
So we appreciate National Grid's assistance. We have a lawn and snow care RFP out right now for the 100 Patterson Street facility. That is due, this is for 2023, and it is due next week, Tuesday of next week. We did receive word in the press yesterday that the Messina School of Business Downtown Revitalization Initiative Award, for which we applied, was approved for 1.9 million. So we've been working very closely with the village and that committee. We don't have the full details till we get some kind of grant award or notification. But it was one of the projects that was approved. That is the facility that will help connect the river trail and the parking behind Main Street with the Main Street Business Corridor. So we're excited that has been approved.
Will we oversee the expenditures?
Yes, I mean, we will front the money,
Front the-
oversee the expenditures. So, in terms of the grant agreement, will dictate how exactly that will flow. But again, that is a case of the IDA using its resources to work with the village on improving the downtown corridor. There is, at the end of it, the village will have the property. It's not a developable parcel at this point. It's more about improving the downtown collaboratively with the village.
But because we have the experience and the staffing,
Correct.
and
And
facilitate the.
yes. Yep. And Rich was instrumental in helping us determine what we thought we could do, what we thought it would cost, and along with the consultant firm that managed the DRI process, putting an application together that we think is going to be additive to the overall goals of what they are trying to accomplish in downtown Messina. We had a business connection spotlight resources event. We told you that there was one upcoming at our last meeting. That was Tuesday in Fowler. There are two more coming up, one in Norwood in January at Seaway Tech, one at Northwest Tech in Ogdensburg. I'm going to ask Lori to take a couple moments and just explain the event so you're aware of what these spotlights are and our involvement in what we're hoping to accomplish.
Sure. Well, it's a great way to get businesses connected to another pipeline of workers. And with this opportunity, the businesses can go in and they can go on student-led tours to go around and see all the different programs, actually see firsthand what the students are doing, the skills that they're obtaining in the class, and even get a connection with the instructors. We had one business that was there that actually was able to have a one-on-one with the metalworking instructor. Actually, there was two businesses that had a one-on-one, and they've been invited to come back anytime they'd like. for additional time with the instructors or with the students. So it was a really great event, just another way for us to be able to open up a connection for the businesses to be able to connect with potential employees. So
Are they open to getting suggestions from the local businesses on services that they need or, training that they're?
absolutely, they're instituting next year an electronics or electrical tech program, and that came from businesses saying we really need this additional training. So
Where is the facility?
in Fowler, just outside of
Okay.
Governor. Yeah,
And that also helps keep our kids here.
it does.
Okay.
Yes, try and retain them in the area,
Retain people in
right?
the area.
How was the tournament?
It was very good. 13 employers. That's not people. That was actual companies represented that went from that area. So it's really great.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's very good. Yeah,
Very much. Now,
absolutely.
it's in Fowler, that's in the southern, by Governor, or southern part of the town. Do people come from Messina? Do they come from all over the county to go there, or just the general area?
Not typically, usually, because that's why we do it the three BOCES.
Right.
It's for the component school districts that are in that area. We try to reach out to those businesses. But they're welcome to come to any one of the, we've got some companies already signing up for the next two, actually. They want to attend the next two events. So yeah, they can go to either one, but for this one, we had mainly people who were from that area. So
And when they're going to institute this electronics program, is that in-house people to train them, or do they bring people in from the outside for that specialty?
I believe it's inside, it's an electrical program.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
So, and we've told them that if the businesses have any particular type of training that they would like, they can work with BOCES on that as well, because BOCES has started programs in the past, based on employer recommendations and tailoring their needs. So
Did we also promote like our CDL program?
we did. Patrick Massaro from the Crest Center was there.
Okay.
And he talked for a little bit as well with the businesses that made himself available for questions. And we have that out on our social media right now. They do have some seats still available for the January session that's starting up. So
From my position, I've been on the IDA probably 40 years. It seems to be a great thing that we're expanding more than just what I would almost have called our limited ability 30, 40 years ago into projects like this. I think it's a very positive thing.
Well, the IDA's come a long ways,
Come a long way.
long way since I started on it too, doing a lot of great things.
That you created it.
Yeah, it's true.
And the connection to our projects, which the state looks to see, is that if we don't have a workforce, the incentives do us no good. You can't pilot a facility that cannot employ
You
people.
cannot be an employer without employees.
That's right. And these events are about making sure that the existing employers understand the capacity that's being developed in the kids that we want to keep here. But it also enables us to connect with BOCES, as Lori indicated, SUNY Canton, and overall the entire system that supports new, existing, potential employers. The more we all know about what one another can do and how we work together, obviously, the more effective we can be.
And I think reaching out to the high school kids, because let's face it, all of us are in college. We want to be college students. Getting to that next level of high school kid to show them opportunities and good opportunities that are available. Yeah.
The trades are, there's jobs available everywhere, so that's good.
Yeah.
I talked to one of my friends who is a professor at a college in Pennsylvania. And he's encouraging his children to go into the trade. It's college professor, yeah, big that, that's big that.
In the last part of
We
your,
had a long discussion about that.
just to close the staff report, to say that along these same lines, Lori will be attending the February 2nd Groundhog Day Career Fair at Fort Drum. So we're talking about, the kids coming through our own vocational training programs and trying to attract those that may be retiring or transitioning from Fort Drum.
Is that part of the program when we went to
Yes,
with the general?
yes, connected to
Are they
that.
gonna push enlistment or is it just for jobs?
Think or anything after that.
Amen, brother. They always said, I said, they took me screaming and crying.
I wanted my mommy too.
I was only married 7 days when they took me in. That was wrong. That's wrong.
6 months.
Really?
Is that the end of the staff report,
It
the
is.
general discussion? Is there any old business?
There is no old business.
Is there a need for executive session?
There will be, you can go now, or if you want to, I would like an executive session as part of the discussion on the financial credit history.
Not now.
You can go now, or
Would you
Oh, what-
now, or would you?
What do you want?
I think, why don't we do it right now?
There you go.
I'll make that
I'm
motion.
second.
Andy, we're gonna put you in hold state.